UFC 325 took place in Sydney, Australia this past week, and I will be going over and breaking down every single fight, recapping it all, giving my thoughts and opinions on the outcomes. It was a pretty decent little card. You know, it's actually a bit better than 324. Now, but you may be asking yourself, where am I? Where have I been, bro? What are my thoughts? Well, I'm here to tell you, bro. My apologies, bro. I'm on my king shit, yo. I'm on my king shit, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're not getting the logo in the front. The logo's not being brought on the front. I'm not doing the fucking meme. But you may be asking yourself why. Why I'm like this. Well, if you happen to see the prediction video, you would know. But for those who don't know, we went 10 for 10 on predictions last night. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go, dude. Get hyped for this, bro. Let's go, man. I'm the go to this shit. That's what it is. Let me tell you this, bro. I've been trying to make predictions for the entire card since like 2021, dude. And like going into 2026, I'd only gotten either the entire prelims right or the entire main card right like 5 or 6 times, right? Dude, 2026. New chapter, new era, bro. The entire main card of 324 correct, the entire prelims of 325 correct, the entire main card of 325 correct. Where are my sponsorships? Where's my FanDuel sponsorships? Where are my DraftKings sponsorships, bro? I'm ready for this shit. I'm built different. Y'all ain't ready for this, bro. Here, cheers for one out. Our next card is gonna be even fucking better, bro. Let's get this shit, bro. Oh, fuck, that tastes horrible. God damn. Yo, cut it, bro. Cut it. I can't do this no more. Cut it. Alright, real shit, though. Let's actually get onto the card, dude. Let's get onto the card. That was a pretty decent little card, man. I actually thought it was pretty good. Yeah, like I said, it was better than 324, I thought. But how much better? Let's get into this, man. Spoiler alert, I will be glazing myself a lot throughout this video, so be prepared for that. Let's get into it. First fight of the night, Lewis Lowy defeats Sulangrangbo. Pretty good performance from Lawrence Louis here. He looked good, got already down in the takedowns, looked really good here, total control of the fight. Good performance. Also broke my fucking... Did I break this shit? Oh, I should say, bro, the road to the UFC fights, these don't count. I said in the predictions video that these don't count. I did get one of them wrong. We're not going to worry about that. These were not in the slips. I said that in the predictions video. These do not count. So don't come chatting at me for getting these wrong. These are contender series fights on the early prelims of a pay-per-view, right? We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Good performance from Lawrence Louis, though. Lawrence Louis. Jesus. Next fight, Teixeira Nakamura defeats Sebastian Szalay by TKO or KO. That was tough for Sebastian. He was winning both those rounds up until the last, where he got caught with a knee and knocked out. So that's pretty tough from him, but good performance from Teixeira. Good knockout win for him. Szalay looked good up until that point, so good for him. Hopefully he does, I don't know, get a contract or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was that. And then also, Dom Merfan had a really good performance in his decision win over Kim Sang-wook. He was outstriking him. He got the takedowns going. He was pretty entertaining to watch throughout the entire thing. This was a really good fight. Probably the best performance out of anyone on this card in terms of like just excitement for their futures. So Dom Marfan is one to watch. We'll see. We'll see how it goes here, man. On to the real cards now. The first early prelim fight, and look, man, I gotta be honest. We would not be here today. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the outcome of this fight. Khan Ofli getting the majority decision over Yi Jia. Dude. Dude. I thought it was over, man. I was watching Yi Jia piece up Khan Ofli in the second round. Like, 10-8 the guy. I thought it was over, bro. I thought it was over. And then I saw him, in my opinion, he won the third. He was out-damaging him, out-striking him. He just looked better. But thankfully for me, and thankfully for us, the judges saw it differently, bro. We get the majority decision. All 3 judges gave the last round to Khan Ofli. We fucking take these, bro. We take these. Dude. Listen, man. Khan Ofli, you did us proud, bro. Yi Jia, I'm sorry it had to be like this. I did predict it would be a close decision fight, which it kind of was, but I still would have given this to Yi Jia. I thought he did enough in the 3rd round to get the nod for the victory, but nope. We're just gonna take this and move on, bro. We're not gonna say much, bro. Ofli, I hope you do the same, bro. We're gonna move on. We're gonna just take this and move on. The next fight, Elliott loses by submission to Jonathan Micallef. Another sweat. I'm not gonna lie. Micallef started pretty slow. He was getting pieced up. He just couldn't get the kicks in like I thought he'd be able to. And he was getting jabbed, and the right hand thrown at him. And Oban just didn't need the wrestling. He was outstriking him on the feet. He looked really good on the feet, Elliott did, though. But then we get into the second. Micallef started feeling a bit more comfortable. The build became more of an advantage for him. His physique became a bit more of an advantage for him. He was able to get the body lock position in, and then from there he was able to take the back, get the rear naked choke in. Elliott goes to sleep. It lost by technical submission. Good for him. He went out. He died a hero's death. Just needed to deprive his brain of oxygen just a little bit more to show how badass he is, which he is for doing that. But good win for Jonathan Micallef, bro. I like that. I like being able to see a guy, who can't really get his main thing going, so he's able to pivot and make the adjustments needed to and able to get a win. I like seeing that from Jonathan Micallef. I hope to see him do some pretty good things going forward. Good win here. Dude, that's that winner's mentality, bro. Like, there's some fighters later I'm going to talk about that don't have that shit. Jonathan Micallef has that shit, bro. We're going to see some good things from him going forward. I'm excited to see. Up next, Finney has finally been defeated, bro. It's finally come to an end. His reign of terror is over, dude. Thank God. Jacob Malkoun was competent enough to be able to pull out the win, and thank God I picked him to win this fight, bro. It was such a hunch. I just kind of rated the boxing and the grappling defense ability. I just didn't think maybe Finney would have the strength needed to really kind of keep Maldon clinched up against fence, and in fact he didn't. Sorry, hold on. Malkoun just laid an absolute beatdown on this guy, bro. He was piecing him up on the feet. He was out grappling him. He out cardioed him too throughout the entire fight. He just looked like the fresher fighter all throughout. Now I will say I do think Finney suffered some kind of injury during either the 1st or 2nd round. His something to do with his knees or his legs. Didn't look very good. So I guess props to him for still being able to continue the fight and not get finished. But that's just the fight game, bro. That's just how it goes sometimes, bro. And I feel like Finney, he needs a finish in his next fight to stay in the UFC. If his next fight is the last on his contract, which I think it is for most, most fighters get a 3-fight contract. If this next fight is his last, I think he needs a finish to be able to stay, dude. So hopefully we'll see that of him. Not too much expected out of Jacob Malkoun going forward. I think there's still a lot of prospects that would probably beat him. Some people like Atiba Gauthier probably, but we'll see going forward, man. He looked decent enough here to get the win. He did enough. He did enough to get the unanimous decision win. So good for him. Good for him. Up next, Cam Rowston, bro, defeats Cody Brundage by KO TKO. What a fight, man. What a performance from Cam Rowston. He defended the takedowns really well. He landed some nice shots, some straight rights. And then Brundage himself did look good in moments, but he just couldn't make the adjustments coming out of the 1st round needed to really stay in this fight. He just looked tired. He looked slow. He looked just a bit more puzzled as he was being circled around the octagon. Rowston forced the bad takedown attempt from Brundage, so after hurting him on the feet, so Brundage kind of balled up. Rowston took his back and just started the ground and pound to get the TKO win. Good fight from Rowston. Dude, this guy's solid, man. He's really made some good improvements in his last few fights. I really like seeing. I hope to see more and more from him as we go forward as well. He's an interesting guy to keep an eye out on, bro. He's got something going right so far. So we'll see how that transitions into his next fight. As for Cody Brundage, he's still an absolute dog. He's still a warrior. I hope that he's able to make better adjustments in his next fight as it progresses, which I don't think he's really able to do this fight, but still, we'll see how that goes going forward. Dude, at this point I'm starting to get gassed, bro. I'm 4-0, it's just starting to look really good for me, bro. And then we get to this next fight. Billy Elekana defeats Junior Tafa by submission in the 2nd round. This is where I kind of got scared, bro. Because Tafa, I always forget this about Tafa and like his brother, right? Is just how strong they can start a fight. How much he's starting to piece him up. Dude, Tafa looked great at the start of this fight, bro. He was piecing up Elekana. He was defending the takedowns. He dropped him in the first. I was starting to get real worried. I was getting really scared. But then we get to the second round, and Elekana is finally able to start getting in those takedowns. He was able to get the entry points he was looking for. He gets to the back, gets the rear naked choke submission for the win. Dude, you know, it's just that, dude, that's easy shit, bro. You know what I mean, bro? Like, it's some more adversity comes through, bro. Just get on that shit, make the transitions needed, make the adjustments needed, win that shit by submission. Good shit from Billy Elekana. Junior Tafa is now 6-5 in his MMA career. No fucking way this guy's gonna stick around, bro. Ain't no way this guy's sticking around with a 6-5 career, bro. Like, come on. Like, I don't think even the best guys, like the most like popular dudes, if you have a 6-5 record, you're not sticking around, bro. You're not. I'm sorry. I think we've seen Junior Tafa's last fight in the UFC, which is unfortunate, but hopefully he can do good things in the future. Billy Elekana is not a guy I'm super huge on, but he looks good enough here. He might win his next fight, depending. I don't know, dude. It's tough to tell, but we shall see. That was the prelims. Pretty decent, actually. Prelims. A lot more finishes than I thought there'd be. A lot more good performance. Like if you compare it to 324, there weren't as many lopsided decision wins as this one had. So it was good to see those kind of good, strong, like competitive, comebacky type wins from a lot of these victors. So good stuff here. Good prelims. Moving on to the main card, and dude, bro, Quillen Salkilld, bro. This guy is nuts, bro. This guy is so insane. Dude, simply out-grappled Mullarkey, took his back and rear naked choked him. Mullarkey's looked good at the very beginning of the fight. He was starting to put pressure, and he got the takedown, which looked good, but you know, once Salkilld got out of it, started to get the momentum going, applying the offensive grappling pressure, there's just no stopping this guy, man. There just simply isn't. He can either just, like, take his time being patient with the strikes, looking for good head kicks, like in his last fight, or he can just apply insane amounts of pressure, grappling-wise, get takedowns, and go for submission wins, like he did here. He can do it all. Like, if you're not on this guy's, like, bandwagon, like, someone that's, like, really someone to watch, like, this is someone to watch. Genuinely, this is someone to watch out for, dude. This whole division might be his one day. I am very excited to see how he does going forward. I can't think of a single bad thing Salkilld did in this fight. He looked good all throughout. And I'm just excited to see how he does going forward, man. This was a good one. This was a really good performance from him, bro. So, good shit here. Good shit here. Good for JB Mullarkey for taking this fight, too. I gotta admit, bro. Like, I said this in the prediction field. I'm glad he took it. Got a nice pay-per-view payday out of it. Did get his ass beat. It wasn't too bad. He just did get submitted, so that's not the worst thing in the world. It's better than, you know, being TKO'd or whatever. So good for him. But I'm excited to see how Quillen Salkilld does going forward. I keep switching between Quillen and Quillen. It's Quillen Salkilld, bro. But yeah, good fight from him. What's not a good fight was this one. Taliesin Teixeira gets the unanimous decision victory over Tuivasa. Taliesin Teixeira, dude. This dude is ass, bro. This guy is buns, man. I don't see a big future for this guy at all, bro. I don't see him like, dude, this guy's like, he's gonna get, how do you get out cardioed by Tuivasa? How does Tuivasa have better cardio than you after you just lay on him for the entire fight? How does this happen? I don't get it. The entire fight was just him laying on Tuivasa. Literally, that was all he did. And then Tuivasa would find moments to get out of it and start throwing bombs at this guy, and some of it would connect. And he would look like we get a few points, dude. He would be backing up from Tuivasa. In 2026, he's backing up from Tuivasa. Alright, bro. You know, third round especially, Tuivasa really locked in. He started actually defending the takedowns because Teixeira was just so gassed. Pushing him back. But once he got the clinch in, bro, there was nothing he could have done. End up looking like a big fucking beached elephant seal at points, dude. It was still kind of a bad look for Tuivasa. I would say cut him, but like, I'm trying to see if there's actually some heavyweight in this division that Tuivasa could beat. Because, like, I'm not saying he's getting better as he's gone on through his career, but, like, he's not getting finished no more, dude. Like, and this one was probably closer than it had any right to be. So I'm just kind of like, I'm thinking, bro, like, there's surely someone this guy can beat. I don't think he'd go on a losing streak forever. That being said, though, I don't know if he should stay in the UFC. Like, obviously the weight cut was tough, probably. Injuries probably have been piling up. Maybe if you wanted to get transition into boxing or bare knuckle boxing, that'd be a good idea. But I don't know, man. You're still getting pay-per-view fights. Like, you could just stick around, I guess, maybe. I'm just saying, bro. I'm not saying cut. I'm saying not cut him. Because I'm trying to see some, bro. I'm trying to see if there's a heavyweight that would lose to Tuivasa. Because I'm sure there is, bro. I'm sure there is. As for Teixeira, I think this guy loses his next fight no matter who it is. Like, a Shamil Gaziev or Ante Delija straight sleeping this guy out cold. So, yeah, man. My stock in Teixeira is very low at the moment. So, I mean, hopefully he can win. You know, hopefully he can. Again, he seems to be a very humble guy, so he can take the experiences that he has in these fights, turn into something better. I just don't see a lot of promise for Teixeira, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Making up our future fight of the night: Mauricio Ruffy, KO TKOs, Rafael Fiziev. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This might be my magnum opus of a prediction. This might just be it. I can't lie. It's so good. It's the best feeling in the world, right? When you have a pick'em fight and you can just fucking predict exactly how it goes down, bro. Which I did. As soon as I saw Fiziev try to, like, talk shit during the face-offs and the weigh-ins, I knew for a fact he was trying his hardest just to intimidate Ruffy into not doing anything, because he knew his striking would be worse against Ruffy than, like, anyone else in the UFC, and it was. He could not get anything going. Ruffy looked fucking incredible during this fight. It did start pretty slow. Fiziev had some pretty good leg kicks early on, but he just really couldn't get anything going. So once Ruffy started to settle in, figure some stuff out, throw his own kicks and some feints, he started landing some really good right hands. He was moving around laterally really well, circling back in, and got the cleaner shots overall throughout the entire fight, eventually landing a big enough shot to get a knockdown on Fiziev and then actually finish him, which is like an insanely impressive thing to do. Like, Justin Gaethje through 2 fights couldn't get a TKO finish over Fiziev. Like, what the fuck? And Ruffy, I think that just goes to show you how good Ruffy's striking game really is. And it is really good. I think, you know, when you kind of look back at it in hindsight, the BSD matchup was kind of a poor one for Ruffy. You know, that's kind of where he struggles a bit more, is where when it's guys that just put insane pressure grappling-wise, you know, and can just tank a bunch of shots. And I guess we thought Fiziev could have been the one. That was maybe the reason why people picked him, but I rated the striking game to at least look better. I thought it would go to a distance. I didn't think he'd actually get the finish over him. The fact that he was actually able to get the finish over Fiziev says a lot about the kind of potential that Ruffy does have in a division like this. So we'll see going forward how he handles this new wave of momentum he has. As again for Fiziev, I don't think, like I said, I didn't think it would be a bad loss for him if he did lose this, but by KO TKO was kind of tough. I don't know what the division really has left for him. He can fight maybe Quillen Salkilld, bro. Maybe, like, I don't know what else he has otherwise than just being like the next. What's a lightweight gatekeeper? Vanille, bro. Like, he can be the next Vanille. But yeah, that was a very entertaining fight. Great performance from Ruffy. He looked awesome. Good stuff there. Co-main event time, dude. I'm standing up again, bro. I might have to take another one. I might have to take another one for BSD, bro. I might have to take another one for my boy, dude. This guy, man. We are winning the title. We are winning the title, bro. Oh, fucking hell, that tastes horrible. I'm literally doing this at 2 in the afternoon, too. Yeah. Anyway, bro. BSD. My glorious King Benoit Saint-Denis, bro. I will say Hooker looked very good in the first round. He had some good takedown defense. His range man was really good. And the front kicks to the body genuinely looked like they hurt BSD at points. So you could have argued giving the first round to Hooker. I can't remember what I had it. Hooker did look really good in the first round. I think a lot of people argued Hooker had the first round one. But then as we started going on, BSD would go for the takedowns more and more. Hooker would try to go for the guillotines, which Benoit Saint-Denis got out of beautifully. Again, oh my god, I could watch BSD avoid guillotines all fucking day, dude. Those are awesome to watch. In the second round, Hooker tried to go for the takedown himself, but BSD got the outside trip, got them out. Head and arm choke for a long time that Hooker was able to fight out of, which was, again, a really valiant effort from Dan Hooker. But then he transitioned into ground and pound. Herb Dean let it go on for a minute, which, you know, when you have Dan Hooker, you can probably tank some of those until it's finally time to call it, but Benoit Saint-Denis gets a TKO victory, man. Exactly like how I said it would go, bro. Benoit Saint-Denis could do anything, man. If he couldn't get the submission, he could absolutely just start fucking ground and pounding this guy, which he did. Hooker did look way better than I thought he would, bro. He had more than just a few moments of brilliance. He had really good takedown defense, looked good there. You know, just like, it just really shows you the levels that, like, fucking someone like Arman Sarukian's really at. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know what fight you do next for Hooker. I think Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Like, you could. It's like a big big bounce back fight for Paddy. If you desperately want Paddy to bounce back and, you know, put him in contention for like another title shot, maybe you could start that with a Dan Hooker fight. But, you know, like, Hooker can also just fight some guy below him, some guy on the come up, bro, too. So a guy that's only like will be like 2 steps away from a title shot. Benoit Saint-Denis himself, he called out Tapiria, Gaethje, Holloway, Oliveira. All those fights are good. I don't really want him going for the BMF belt. I would rather him just try to go for the world title first. I always think that as cool as the BMF title is, it's for guys. It's very clearly for guys that just have no, like, chance of beating Tapiria, probably. So it's just kind of like, you know, this other belt you can go for. So I'd like to see Benoit actually fight for the actual title. That being said, though, I would like to see him face the loser of Holloway Oliveira before he faces, like, the winner of, like, the BMF title. I would like to see him face, like, either whoever loses, probably Charles Oliveira. That would be a very interesting fight, a very exciting one. Like, all the fights he mentioned would be very exciting. But in terms of what I think is going to be more realistic and happening, is probably going to be Charles Oliveira. Or Justin Gaethje. I don't know. It depends on how active Tapiria will be this year. So we'll see. But, dude, there he goes again, bro. There he goes, bro. There goes my GOAT. Awesome stuff. And then finally, we get to the main event. Alexander Volkanovski defeats Diego Lopes by unanimous decision. Dude, how the fuck are people out here, right? That were called when this fight got announced. They were like, bro, why are they running this? It's just gonna be a repeat of the first fight. And then I see people talk about Lopes winning. What the fuck? How could you guys? What changed in those few weeks from the announcement to this fight happening that made you say, yeah, I think Lopes got this, bro. I think the striking game of Lopes, bro, the fucking elbows and shit. No, dude, Volkanovski is not washed. We have seen nothing from an octagon standpoint that shows that Volk is washed. He hasn't slowed down. He hasn't done worse. He hasn't been, like, less accurate. He hasn't been, like, out cardioed at any point. This guy is still as good as he's always been. He's only even 37. The only reason people think he's, like, breaking down and being old is because of the talks of retirement. Which even at this show, he said, I don't know, I might probably still keep going. So, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What are we doing? Use your brains, guys. We've all said this, and then you switched up on yourselves, and then you got fucking clowned on because of that. Anyway, great performance from Volkanovski here. Looked exactly like the first fight. It looked genuinely like the first fight. You know, Volkanovski fought smart. He was using his footwork. He was circling the cage really well, mixing in the clinches and the body locks, especially towards the end. He was jabbing. He was pulling him into the overhand right, constantly moving in and out of the center of the octagon, which all factored into him winning majority of the rounds. Lopes was swinging pretty big. He just didn't look like as accurate, man. He looked a bit lost. He looked confused. He looked like he didn't know what he was really up against, which I kind of predicted would happen, bro. Like, you know, he didn't really land anything solid until the third when he dropped him momentarily. That was again. It's so funny. Like we have another just moment where he looks like he gets hurt, but then this time he's able to spring right back up and continue putting on the pressure. So I don't know if it really. It depends on how you felt about that knockdown, if you won that round or not. I think one judge gave it to Volk 50-45, and then the rest gave it 49-46 against, which, you know, again, depending on how you felt about that round where he dropped him. But yeah, that was Volkanovski completely dominating on Lopes. So, dude, it was the exact same. Overall, like, it was a better card than 324. I'll probably give this like a 5 out of 10. This was a pretty good card, man. Like, it was a pretty decent little card here. Definitely better than 324. But yeah. Again, and like I said again at the beginning of the video, 10 out of 10 on the predictions, man. We are fucking on the way up, bro. Next card is gonna be even better. Unfortunately, it is an Apex card, so I probably won't post like big videos on it. But if you do want to see my predictions for it, go follow me on TikTok at Rico Quilly Jr. _ YouTube YT, or continue me following here on YouTube, and I'll post shorts on it as well. So stay tuned for that. You're also gonna get a boxing video later in the week. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see that. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Comment down below how your reactions or how your predictions went. If you tailed me or not. Fucking came with me to the golden arches of greatness, bro. All that good stuff. Share all that good stuff. That's it though. That's it. That's gonna do it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. I gotta do like a thumbnail reaction now. I don't know how to do it. Just like, hold on, looking up. I don't know if my hair is good or not. Yeah, you fucking won, yeah. Oh shit. Is that good? All right. We'll end it there.